All right, what is up, YouTube? We are back, man. Had a fun weekend in Michigan with the family. That's where the wife's from. That's where we met. I went to college at a school called Grand Valley State. So played football there, and then that is where I met my lovely wife. So we got a lower body session today. I hit a lower body session on Sunday. It was about a 30-minute session, maybe closer to 40 minutes. Nothing crazy. So I was like, you know what, I should be fine for my lower body day today. We're gonna do, on the docket, the plan is some box squats. We'll see how those feel. We'll do some hamstring work. We'll do some quad, some extensions, and then adductor, abduction. Whoa. Adductor and abduction. Holy cow, machine. So we'll see. I go next Thursday morning for an MRI. So yeah, we're gonna see what they have to say. I have an idea of what they're gonna say, but hopefully surgery is not needed. That'd be ideal. Just because with the baby coming and everything else, would rather not spend a bunch of money on a surgery. So nonetheless, we still go. So over the weekend, I'm going to be honest, I absolutely was deleting food over the weekend. So went nuts. My scale's not working, and then so I have no idea how much I weigh, but I can tell you I'm up. I just got to get some AAA batteries, which I'm going to get that from the store today on my way home from the gym. So and I will know how much I weigh. So I'm not going to step on the scale today though, because I can tell you what, I'm heavy. So we got in yesterday morning. So yesterday's meals were the lamest, boring meals you could ever imagine. So, but no, good weekend. I think something that myself personally believes in, especially when it comes to vacation, like, or if I'm out of town, it's like if I'm chilling doing nothing, the fam's doing nothing, we're not doing anything. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna go get swole. I'm gonna go. Like Sunday, I got some cardio in before we lifted. But then at the same time, like if we got stuff going on, like normally I lift on Saturdays, I'm not gonna lift. Like it's not that serious for me. I have goals that I want to reach, and I'm a very consistent individual. But at the same time, like I'm going to pull back. This week, I think I said in one of my last videos that I wasn't even going to lift this week. But I'm feeling good, and I want to do it. So, and then I just don't know what it's going to be like if I go to the doctor, and they're like, "Hey, you got to have surgery. You're not going to be able to lift for 4 weeks." I'm like, well, I'm going to get my one in this week, or my couple in this week. So, but no, so. Hanging out, doing all that. Again, it's just like don't make it more than it has to be, in my personal opinion. And that's just me. Like, if you can make it work, make it work. If it's if I had my own vehicle, I probably would have gone to the gym. No, I feel like I actually wouldn't have done anything differently when it came to the gym, just because of the way the weekend was. But I normally try. Like I said, I'm not trying to sit here and go to the gym, super duper early, especially when I'm on, vacation. But again, if that's just kind of what has to happen, like, sure. But like, if I miss a day or two while I'm on vacation, then it's like, it is what it is. Last year I went on a cruise, and I think I was on a 7-day cruise. I think I worked out really probably 2 good workouts and then a third kind of half-ass one. But again, like, to me, that's okay. Like, it is what it is. we're gonna keep doing our thing, and it's like we take a week off or we don't lift hard for a week, like you're gonna be fine. Like there's 51 more weeks in the year, so, and I think it's good to take a mental break. And I think for me, being in the gym all the time, working in the gym all the time, like getting away from that and like not worrying about lifting is, kind of refreshing. So I always try to be active at some sort. Like I'll never not be active. I just don't think my body can function like that, but might not be pushing as much weight or going super duper crazy. So, but no, so like I said, I absolutely was just annihilating food. So this weekend, chocolate doesn't affect my stomach. That was not a great thing to figure out because I probably ate all of the Milk Duds at my in-laws' house. Bro, it was insane. And then they got gluten-free bun cakes, and I was like, well, these are probably gonna taste like shit. They did not taste bad. They did not taste bad. They in fact, they tasted phenomenal. So here I am, I was like, man, let's do it. Let's let loose. And I very much ate. The funny thing is I'd be like, all right, I'm going to try to and this is something I actually probably need to work on. And so, it was like one of the days I was like, you know what, dude, I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to cook, right? And not like cook and like cook food, like cook as in like, I'm about to go stupid on this food. Ate a lot. And I was like, cool, I feel good. No issues. Like, let me, and I didn't have any candy. I was like, you know what? I feel good about myself. Let's kind of do whatever. Saturday comes around. I meal prepped all my meals. So I had, chicken and rice. I think I brought 3 of those meals. And then when we were at the golf outing that we went to on Saturday, they had like drumstick chicken. And so I had maybe 2 or 3 of those. And so I was just chicken and rice the whole time I went. I walked. I was active. And so I was like, cool, man. Like, I'm feeling good. I think we came back Saturday night. And, dude, I was like, dude, let me try some of this. Candy's gluten-free. I was like, candy's gluten-free, dude. Let's go see what we can get into. So I had some Starbursts, and then the Starbursts became gummy worms, and the gummy worms became everything else under the sun. So then I was just hossing stuff, and I was like, all right, we're good. Let's pull back. And then Sunday hits, and I was like, nothing bun cakes. My breakfast was just frozen mangoes, and I think it was 3 eggs, frozen mango, 3 eggs, and some chicken. So really, low calorie. And then went out for lunch. And then I met the gluten-free bun cakes, and that was the, no pun intended, icing on the cake, because I absolutely hossed, probably 5 or 6 of those on Sunday alone. So it was disgusting. It was disgusting, the work I did. But I also haven't been able to have a lot of sweets because I haven't been wanting to eat them, and I just was like, you know what, we're here, we're around, let me do it. Because the rest of this month, not doing any, we're not going anywhere, and we have no vacations or no, trips planned. And then September we got 2, so I'm going up to Michigan for a wedding. But I'm not, that's going to be easy because they're not going to have a lot of gluten-free options, so I'm not super, overly concerned about, eating and snacking. And then, this is going to be the sun right in my eyes. And then later that month, so later in September, I'm going to be going to Detroit for a bachelor party for my buddy. And that one is not, again, same thing. I'm not overly concerned with that one because we're going to be at an Airbnb, so I'll probably just, scoop up some stuff. And even if I don't, I'll just, focus on what I normally do, and that's fruits and protein. you really can't go wrong when it comes to that, especially on vacation, and it's usually more readily available to do stuff like that. So we'll have that, and then October's baby time, man. So, which is crazy to me that we literally have August, September, and then it's baby time. So really, everybody always ask me, they're like, man, like, are you ready to be a new dad? Like, your whole life's going to change. Like, you sure all this stuff, da 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 da. And I'm like, yeah, I can't wait for this kid, bro. Like, for me, I've always wanted to be a dad. And like, I knew, even when I was a kid, I was like, man, I cannot wait to be a dad. Like, there's something about it, having some, but yeah, so having somebody that's like you, and then the person you love, like my wife, and, our bodies have, well, this is gonna get weird, but work together to make, this baby and this human. I cannot wait. Like, can't wait for our daughter to get here, and and I understand everybody's like, oh, dude, you're gonna lose sleep, you're gonna do da 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 da, but it's like, that's fine. Like, I understand that, and like, I get that I'm gonna have to do, I already do a lot and try to help my wife out now, and even before she was pregnant, of just like, when she comes home, like, everything's cleaned. The way that my job kind of works, I have had a lot of flexibility. My mornings are usually pretty free, and so because of that, like, I pride myself in making sure that the house stays clean for my wife, and she doesn't have to, worry about it when she comes home after dealing with, a bunch of kiddos all day. Like, it gives her a chance to kind of come home and decompress, and so I value that a ton, and so I've kind of just continued to do that, and I understand that when the baby comes, there's probably going to be more of that I'm going to have to do, which again, I have no issues with. Like, I'm excited for it, I'm ready for it. So, but yeah, I think, like I said, a lot of people, I think, are, they're like, oh my God, dude, this is a lot. Like, this kid's coming, it's going to change your whole life. And I want it to. Like, I'm ready. Like, this is not like oh my God, dude, I can't believe this kid's coming. So, training wise, I don't know what that's going to look like. I want to be around that kid as much as possible. So, I'm not afraid to wake up early, and go work out. And so that might be the move. For me personally, it would be just to wake up early and get my workout in, or do my workout late at night, super late when the baby's asleep. So I'm really not pressing. I'm not planning it. It's just when the baby comes, I'm going to see kind of what my schedule's looking like and what everything's kind of going to be like, and then we'll kind of go from there. So and then have a trip to Florida planned in November. So our baby's going to be about a month old, and we're going to drive. As of right now, drive. We'll see. I have a new facility opening up soon, and so if that's the case, then I will not be driving. I'll probably just fly in for around Christmas or for around Thanksgiving. But trying to get all that kind of stuff, figured out now, and get everything with the facility set up, because again, like, that's our main, I guess, that's the main source of income, and so I got to make sure that the gym is taken care of, and that we're doing what we need to do, and that we're going to be prepared for the next 20 years, right? But yeah, so we're gonna be doing that. We'll kind of see, but no, man, I'm excited for the baby. I'm excited for just everything that's happening, outside of my knee, but excited. Training has been a little boring, to be honest. Training has been a little boring, a little monotonous. So having a little bit of a switch and switching it up a little bit these last couple of weeks has been a nice little break. And then even today, just doing something a little bit different, just kind of seeing how the knee feels when we do certain things, is vital. So like I said, we got lower body day. We're gonna go box squats, kind of be our first little first little test. So we'll see how that rolls, and we'll kind of go. I mean, last thing I'm going to leave you guys with is, this weekend, like I said, I went absolutely bizarre. And two things that I kind of took from that is, it's okay to have, maybe a weekend like that, as long as it's not weekends, right? Weekend is fine. Weekends is not fine. And then, biggest thing, personally, in my opinion, is just, I didn't have a ton of bloating. Actually, I had no bloating. I was just extremely stuffed. And for somebody like me that has struggled with bloating, and anytime I eat something, I would just get a beluga whale. It was really nice, and it was very refreshing, and really kind of like a mental builder of like, man, okay, like I'm not screwed up a ton anymore. So again, that's what we wanted. So, but I'm pulling into the gym right now. So I will see you guys. We'll see how box squats feel, but I will see you guys at the rack. All right, we got 5 reps so far. Feeling decent. Don't fail me now. Alright, so it's going to be a little bit lighter just because of how high the box is, but we still roll. Okay. 365. Dump truck view for a non-dump truck right now. First time I've loaded up a bar this heavy. Okay, we got 5 there. I'm gonna stay here, we're gonna go one more set. And I'm gonna go for 8 on this next one. Okay, we're gonna go 8 reps here. 5 feels good, knees feeling good. So we're gonna go 8 reps here, get into some RDLs, and then we'll see how leg press goes. We're gonna go pretty stupid light, and then just kind of hit some junk volume. Maybe not even junk volume necessarily, but just some more volume. So we're gonna go 8 reps here, 365. Okay. Oh. The drags suck. Cool. Let's go RDLs. All right, we're gonna go 275 for 5. We're gonna go 3 sets here at 275. Haven't RDL'd in a hot minute, so I'm not gonna go crazy heavy right off rip. I'm gonna let my body adjust, my low back adjust, hips adjust, every little bit of everything. Okay. Big bear. We're gonna go 2 more sets there. Okay. We're gonna go, we got leg press. So I'm gonna do this one here so it's not loading directly into my knee, but I'm more like I'm standing up. So I maxed out the machine. I did 1 warm-up set and I was like, dude, let's just throw the whole thing on. So we'll see, we're gonna go 12 to 15 reps. But like I said, we'll kind of see. We got a little heavier of a load. Oh yeah, that should be fun. Bring my feet down a little bit. Okay, feels good. No pain. So I'll probably end up doing maybe 2 more sets here. So, but I won't show you guys that. And then we're gonna go seated leg curls, which is right behind you guys. So I'll see you guys for that. All right, we got seated leg curls. We're gonna keep this stupid light. We're gonna go probably 15 reps. We'll see how this feels on the knee. This is usually what gives me the most issues. That's why we're keeping it light. Okay, I'm gonna go 2 more sets there, but I'm not gonna show you guys that. I'm gonna finish off with back extensions and some cardio. So nothing crazy, but just wanted to wrap up the video there. I appreciate you guys all watching. When I start getting at least once or twice a week, I want to post. So I'll probably do an upper body day, so probably Sunday. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on how everything's going, kind of what the doctor says when I need it. But just glad to be able to get a lower body day and not have a bunch of issues. So, but cool. See you guys in the next one.